stood at the bottom of Europe's highest mountain with my visa expiring in just 3 days. My guide told me it was impossible. People had tried this in 2 days with supplemental oxygen and failed. I had a point to prove. This is how I climbed Mount Elbrus just 5 days after recovering from COVID in under 24 hours without any prior acclimatization. To truly understand this climb, you have to go back to 2019. I was forced off the mountain due to bad weather. I came home depressed, unaccomplished, and I actually booked my flight to go back in April 2020. But the COVID pandemic hit and I couldn't fly. Russia closed its borders. So I pivoted to other mountains. I climbed Kilimanjaro and I climbed Mont Blanc. And when I returned, Russia had opened its borders. Bengali Mountaineer checking in Mineral Bodhi. Say go. When I arrived in Russia, I literally was standing at the foot of the mountain with 3 days left on my visa. By the third night, I'd have to be out of the country. I met Dennis. He was going to guide me up the mountain, and I knew him from the previous year. We sat down, we spoke about it, and he told me it was impossible what you're planning, but we'll give it a go. And he's telling me we'll do this, we'll do that. I'm just like thinking in my head, this is going to be really difficult, it's going to hurt, regardless of how we do it. As Dennis was talking, I was listening to him, and I had this thought in my head, a wild thought, thinking, I'm going to push it in one go. And I told him this, and he actually turned around and said to me, what you're saying, Akke, is impossible. You want to do a 7-day climb in 3 days, but now you want to do it in 1 day. It's not going to happen. Some people tried it in 2 days with supplemental oxygen and they failed. This is impossible. I just said to him, Dennis, calm down. Look, we've got 3 days. I want to do it in 1 day. If it happens, it happens. Fair enough. If it doesn't, we've got the second day to fall back on. If we can't do it by the second day, we've got the third day to fall back on. Now, on the third day, I'd have to be out of the country by midnight. So this is your timeline. Let's give it a go. Dennis agreed, and the next morning we took the ski lifts up to the huts. That would be our base camp.
Like this.
Are you gonna have to put up with? It looks simple enough, but I tell you something, it's not easy. It's so big that it looks like it's just there. I can do it just like 2 steps. Check this view out. Oh my god. It's even nicer at night time. Looks like it's just there. As soon as we arrived, we decided to go for a hike.
Don't want to
I think we reached about 4,500 meters, fairly easy. I tried to keep my heart rate below 130 so I don't tire myself out and have any lactic acid released into my system. Beautiful. Okay. He's the man.
going to be me and him on the summit, hopefully, inshallah. We can do it, can't we?
Thank you, Akke. Yeah.
We can do this, yeah?
Yeah.
He can do it. It's just a question of me, isn't it? It's me, yeah. But yeah, so we've had only one acclimatization day, and then we're going to go for the summit strictly, so 1 day,
Yes.
hopefully.
My acclimatization day and these days the summit.
This is summit day as well, so we'll see what happens, inshallah.
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
It worked quite well because we went there, I felt really good and strong, and we came back, had some tea and pasta.
If you are wondering what you eat on the mountain, made by Dennis here, this is it. This is the finest macaroni with some halal sausages. Top it up with some ketchup. And hey presto, Bob's your uncle.
We decided to get some rest. That night we'd go for the summit push. I tried to sleep at the huts and I couldn't. Maybe it's the adrenaline, the excitement, but Dennis came and woke me up at 11 o'clock at night and he said, let's grab something to eat.
If any of you are wondering what a mountaineer's breakfast looked like, that's it. Just porridge.
By midnight we were out walking. It was dark, the cold was biting, but the weather held and we kept on walking, trotting along. I felt tired.
I'm well aware that you can't see me, but this is the 5,000 mark. Just getting up.
But I remember what Dennis said, at the saddle you might feel sleepy, but try your best not to sleep or anything because you might never wake up. You have to give it an extra push during that time. And when we reached the saddle, I did feel that fatigue and that sleepiness. However, the sun started rising and it felt like I got my second wind and it felt so good and it was really motivating. We started warming up as well. So we were walking up the saddle along the fixed line.
A little video.
One day, it hurts. I still don't know if I'm gonna get it, but inshallah, I will try. Oh.
There's a little bit of fixed line there because of the steepness. We were walking along and as soon as we passed it, we turned a corner. And I could see the summit and I just thought to myself, whoa, we're almost there. And I planned it with him. I said, look, go there, record this, do that. And I'm walking along and I'm feeling elated and I know I'm going to get to the summit of Mount Elbrus. And then we were there. We were on the summit of Mount Elbrus, Europe's highest mountain. The moment I stood on that summit, I felt like a massive weight had been lifted off my shoulders. I had just completed the fastest British expedition on Mount Elbrus. I didn't know it at the time, and I did it without any prior acclimatization. And it was 5 days after I recovered from COVID. The impossible is suddenly my reality.
I congratulate you, brother. This is our record. You've been on the top for 1 day. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Thank you. I wouldn't be all because of your help. I met him last
Elbrus! Yeah!
Elbrus!
After my summit, we descended back down through the huts and on the ski lifts and back to the village. I took my boots off. The physical reality of what we achieved started to set in. The adrenaline was wearing off and my feet were blistered really badly at the heels. But it's the price you pay for such an emphatic climb. You pay for every single step. I patched myself up, celebrated with a sauna session, and then I had a massive steak, and then I got a taxi to Vodi, took a flight to Moscow, and then I came straight to the UK. The media coverage for this climb was incredible, but for me it was more about proving something to myself. Sometimes the biggest obstacles we face are the ones before we even get to the mountain. If you truly believe in your preparation, you can achieve the impossible. The high altitude cerebral edema come on really fast. Losing control of my body, I know that, but I was happy. I was making jokes and I was laughing and talking all nonsense. I sat down and I told Bire that I needed rest, and he sort of agreed, but he knew that it was a bad idea.